We are going to build AI content detector using Next.js and Cursor AI. Let's look at the final demo before we get into code. For this one, I have a sample AI content generated. So I'm going to copy this and back to the project. I'm going to paste it and then detect AI content. And we got the result as the content type, and that is AI generated. AI confidence is 70%, human writing is 29%, and we have the AI like words, which is 79%, and it says that this content has a high likelihood of being AI generated. And this is what we are going to build without writing any single line of code. We are going to use Cursor AI. In case you are not familiar with Cursor AI, it is code editor with AI built into it with a lot of features like composer, chart, symbols, and others. And this one was built on top of Visual Studio Code. So in case you don't have it, make sure to download. For me, I have one, and this is my Cursor AI. For this, we are going to use what is called the chart feature and then the composer. For the composer, it can create folders and files. So let's see how to use it, assuming that I have no idea about Next.js. So first step is that I have to initiate the chart with this AI. So here, if you press Command L or Control L, we have the chart window, or better still, you can click on this icon, and in here we have the chart window. So I will say that how to create Next.js application. And in here we can select either GPT-4 or Claude, and I prefer Claude because it is better when it comes to coding. And with this, I'm gonna hit enter. And these are the steps to create my Next.js application. So in here, I'm going to click on the run. Before that, let me open the terminal by coming up here, terminal, and new terminal here as that. And let me close this. And in here, when I click on the run, I see the command being added in my terminal. And in here, it's asking for the project name. I prefer to use the name of my folder as AI content detector. So I'm going to use period and hit enter. And I'm going to accept the default configurations as that. And next step is let's run the application by clicking on the run. And it is running the application on this port. So let me open that. And this is our application. Now that we have our Next.js application, next step is to implement the main logic. And we are going to use API from Rapid API. So if you don't have an account, make sure to sign up, and you can go to rapidai.com. After you register and sign in, and after logging in, click on the artificial intelligence, and that is browse category. And I used this API, so click on that. And make sure to subscribe to this. And in here, make sure to select Node.js, and we are going to copy the entire of this code. And then back to the AI, I'm going to open a new chart, which is this one. In here, you can select either GPT-4o or Claude. And I prefer to use Claude because it is better when it comes to coding. And in here, I'm going to provide the prompt as this. And it says that create a project called AI Content Detector using Next.js based on this code. And I'm going to paste the code. In here, we want the AI to implement all the logic in the page.js. So if I click on that, as you can see, it has picked the current file. It means that it is going to work on this file. I can go ahead and say that implement all the logics on this file. You can have separation of concern, and I'm going to hit enter. All right, so let's see what is going on over here. Here we have ask, copy, and then the apply. When we click on the apply, it is going to update the current file, in this case this one, and let's just do that. Alright, so here I can click on the accept, or I can click on Y to accept the changes. If I want to accept all of them at a go, then I'm gonna click on accept here. Alright, so we are done with the page file. And below here, it says that we should create a folder called API detect and then the route.js. So I'm going to copy this and then back to the app here, I'm going to have that folder. But when using the composer, it can create the file for us. And to show you how to use the composer, press Shift Command I or Shift Control I. And I'm going to give the command by saying that create this file and folder and paste that, and it's going to scan through the entire project and create this file. I'm going to hit enter and it has created with some dummy content, so I'm going to accept all. All what we want is to create the API, which is this one. So now we have the route here. We don't want this, but instead we want what the chart gave it to us. So in here, if I want to use the content on this file has been focused. I'm going to accept this. This one is the app. And then this is the route logic. After clicking on that, I'm going to click on continue and click on the accept. Awesome. So let me save the page here as that. And lastly, let's run the application. It is running. And if I reload, this is what we have. I'm going to provide this AI content generated content and then paste it and then detect. And there we go. We have the result. Instead of having JSON data, we want the AI to format it to make it more readable. So back to the AI or the cursor, I'm going to open the chart. Right now, we are going to work on the page.js file, which is this one. So I will say that format this to make it railroad without using JSON and let's hit enter. And indeed it is formatting the code, and that is the result. And as you can see here that it has modified some part of the code. And this is where cursor is so powerful. If I click on the accept, it knows where it should make the changes. So in here, it has removed this one and then used the updated one. So in case you want that, then click on Y or click on N. For this, I'm going to click on the apply to accept all. Now this is what we have, and we have something like this. As you can see, we have not a number. This means that the AI does not know the structure of the response. And to provide the right response, I'm going to log the response back from the AI, which is response, and that is the data here. So I'm going to log it as data and then open the console. Let me click one more time and we have the response. I'm going to copy the entire of this and back to the AI. Let me close the route one. We are working on this. I will say that this is the data structure, then paste that, but we got, then back to the response, copy that, and then paste that and hit enter. It knows where to modify the response. Then we got it. So I'm going to click on the accept and then accept. All right. Now let's see. And now we have it as that. So now it is time for us to style this one to make it more beautiful. So we can go ahead by saying that style this one by using Tailwind CSS and make it fancy. All right, it is done. So let me apply. And it is generating the content. So let's wait, which is this one. All right, it is done. So to accept all, click on the accept. Perfect. Now let's see. And this is what we have. It is even more beautiful than what I did. So depending how you prompt it, it can give you the better result. I believe you learned something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share, and catch you up in my next video.